Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Capricorn, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking in each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Capricorn, let's get started. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to break this energy down and then I'm going to pull some more cards just to ask one more time how you're currently viewing this relationship, because this doesn't even feel, this doesn't feel like you. This feels like somebody else's energy. So with the Three of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles, so Lovers to the Queen of Cups, this dynamic here between you and whoever this individual is, it kind of looks like it came to an end very, very quickly. It kind of looks like things started off really, really good between you and this person. It looks like you really liked them and it looks like they really liked you, but something clearly happened here that caused the relationship between the two of you to come to an end. Now, whatever happened here that caused this relationship between the two of you to come to an end, it did leave this person very disappointed. I wouldn't say heartbroken. I just kind of feel like they were just like bummed out, disappointed over things not working out between you and this person. Whoever this person was, which to me kind of feels like somebody fairly new that you were dating / getting to know / talking to. I mean, the relationship had a great deal of potential to reach higher levels of commitment. I just don't feel like it got to that point because something happened, I guess, between you and this person, causing the relationship between the two of y'all to come to an end. But yeah, I mean, it did somewhat hurt them, disappoint them, and let them down. I wouldn't say heartbroken or anything like that. Like they were like sitting, in a corner somewhere, crying their eyes out, eating a bowl of ice cream, listening to some like sad Adele song. I don't feel like it played out that way or anything like that. I wouldn't even go as far as to say all of that, which makes a lot of logical sense. I mean, it was still fresh, it was still new, you know what I mean? Like you guys weren't that invested into one another. But even though, believe it or not, even though you guys weren't that invested into one another, because they really did like you, the moment that everything just kind of came to an end, they were kind of a little hurt by it, and they were very disappointed and they just kind of felt let down. But anyways, we have the Four of Swords, we do have the Four of Pentacles. This to me kind of feels like the epitome of somebody who's very determined to stick to their guns. In other words, the moment this dynamic between the two of you came to an end, they made a promise to themselves, honey, that they will never contact you again. They would never contact you again and or run after you. Well, here's the thing. We got the Judgment card to the Chariot. So that's kind of telling me that at some point this person's going to cave in and basically contact you. It's basically what I am getting. Now, let's see how you're currently viewing this relationship, because, I mean, we do have the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you, you could very well be spending a lot of time being a Capricorn. I say this a lot about Capricorns. All you guys do is just make your money and mind your business. You know what I mean? You guys are like the workaholics of the zodiac. So you could have just went back to just being a workaholic, just making your money and minding your business, just like a Capricorn would. But how does Capricorn currently view this relationship? Let's see. I just feel like you're so hyper focused on something else right now that you don't really find yourself thinking about this person as much as you probably did when the relationship between the two of you came to an end. For some of you, you could very well be studying something brand new. I am definitely getting something about you studying something. I am definitely getting that. For some of you, you could be starting a brand new job. You could be thinking about starting that business you've always wanted to start. I keep getting you're studying something though. I don't know, you're studying something is basically what I'm getting. Or you're starting like a brand new job very soon, or you're looking for a brand new job, or you're just very, very focused, honey, on, your career, your growth, your expansion, your money, things of that nature. But as far as like this person over here is concerned, I feel like you used to think about this person a lot, but because your mind is so occupied on whatever it is that you're studying, your job, your career, your business, if you have one, I feel like that's taking up a lot of like your mental energy to the point where now you don't really think about this person, as much as you did when you were dealing with them, or as much as you did when things initially came to an end between the two of you. All right, how does this person currently view this relationship? Okay, We have the Tower, we have the Ten of Wands, and then we also have the Six of Cups. I mean, that is pretty interesting too, now that I think about it, but yeah, that is kind of interesting. There's an energy of like confusion coming from this person. Like, how do I explain this? It's like they're confused as to why they're taking this ending between the two of you so hard. It's not like, you know, it's not like y'all went and got married or anything or started a fucking family or anything like that. Like, so they're a little confused. Like, why am I being so like affected by this fucking ending? Like, why am I being so affected by this ending that happened between Capricorn and I? It's not like, you know, we were together, you know, for a long time. It's not like we went off and started a family and got married and things like that. Why am I taking this ending so hard? I feel like the main reason why they're taking this ending so hard is because they really did like you. You know what I mean? They were very attached to whatever it is that they saw themselves essentially having with you. That's it. It happens. How does Capricorn feel? Okay. We have the Empress. We got the Page of Pentacles. And then we also have the Nine of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we got the... Remember, we got the Chariot for this person. When we were clarifying, or not when we were clarifying, when we pulled these cards out here, we had the Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the Chariot card. The person that sits in the Chariot is the Emperor. Now, we already have an Empress out here. So the Emperor to the Empress, these two go hand in hand. Like, they are a true pair. They are perfect, technically speaking, for one another. So that makes a lot of sense. You know what I mean? As to why they're kind of taking this ending between the two of you, you know, so hard. You know, they just kind of looked at you like, damn, like you were perfect for them. You know what I mean? And they felt like they were perfect for you. They felt like they were perfect for you, and they felt like you were perfect for them. An Emperor is somebody who typically does, how do I say this? Like, an Emperor is somebody that when they set their mind to something, they're very determined to accomplish and achieve whatever it is that they set their mind to. And in this case, when this person was connecting with you, they were very locked in on you, very dead set on you and what they wanted with you and what they saw themselves having with you. And when an Emperor sees something that they want, especially when they attach themselves to a particular goal or whatever the case may be, they're very fucking determined to make it happen. And the fact that they were not able to have you in the ways that they wanted you pisses them off. It just fucking pisses this person off. It just pisses this person off. And you guys are very similar in that aspect because you're showing up as an Empress. You're very, you basically think the same. When you see something that you want, you know, you're that type of person that locks in on whatever it is that you want. And you're very determined to accomplish and achieve, you know, whatever it is that you're very determined, you know, whatever it is that you're locked in on. And when things don't necessarily go the way that you wanted it to, you tend to get very angry and very upset too, as well as disappointed. Same applies for, you know, this person because they harness Emperor-like energy. So, you know, then there's that. But I don't know, yo, it bothers them that they weren't able to fucking seal the deal with you. Like, it bothers this person. It just truly does bother them. Like, damn, man, like, why did you have to send somebody this perfect into my life and it not fucking work out? Like, why would you do this to me, God? Why would you do this? Like, they're just upset, you know? They're just upset. You know, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like this person's used to getting what they want. Yep. Like, this is that type of person that when they see a girl that they really like, they're very determined to get that girl. You know what I mean? Very determined. And 9 times out of 10, they always get the girl that they want. Or even if it's like a guy, right? Like, if they see a guy that they want, if they're into guys, you know what I mean? Like, this is that type of person that's very determined. You know what I mean? To make sure that they end up getting that guy that they essentially want. And 9 times out of 10, they can make it happen. You know what I mean? Just like you can make it happen too. Because you're an Empress. You know, when you see somebody that you want, you know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, you're going to land that person that you really, really do want. You know what I mean? So the fact that they were not able to fucking land you, like, it just bothers them. It bothers them. It really does bother them. It does. It just does something to their soul, honey. It just does. Anyways, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. I gotta ask one more time how you feel, because I'm really not picking up on you. You're basically harnessing High Priestess like energy, and this is kind of primarily why we're barely picking up on you. So that's just basically insinuating that right now you're very quiet, very reserved, very to yourself, not pouring any sort of energy into this. Now, when I say you're not pouring any energy towards this, you're not even thinking about this person. This is why, you know, we're not really picking up on you as much as I personally would like to essentially pick up, you know, on you, because I like to see both sides of the situation. But you're not pouring any energy towards this, so you don't think about them because your mind is so busy and occupied on something else. You're definitely not contacting them, you know, so that's another thing. You're definitely not speaking to them, so that's another thing. You've just completely and utterly detached yourself from this entire situation, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, hence why you're in High Priestess-like energy right now. Hence why we're also not picking up on you and how you feel about the situation and how you view the situation, because you've basically detached from everything when it comes down to this particular person. Anyways, in regards to how this person currently feels, it's just kind of reiterating what I just said. You know, this is somebody who's typically used to like getting their way. You know what I mean? They're typically used to getting their way. And the fact that they weren't able to like seal a deal with you and, you know, pursue you and what they really wanted, you know, with you, it just kind of pisses them off and upsets them. It's they're experiencing the only shot to their ego right now. You know what I mean? Because they're so used to having their way. The fact that they weren't able to have their way with you, it just makes them mad, you know? How does Capricorn feel? We have the Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and then we also have the Moon with the Star to the King and the Queen of Wands out here. It looks like you've already met the one, though, Capricorn. It looks like you've already met the one. It looks like you've already met the one. Again, I'm not really picking up on how you feel, because, again, you've detached yourself. You've detached yourself from everything. So I'm not describing how you currently feel, how you're looking at them, because you've completely and utterly detached yourself from them completely. But I feel like you've already met the one. That's my thing. I feel like you've already met the one. I am definitely getting that. I also see somebody brand new taking a whole lot of interest in you. I like them, this new person. I mean, I think that I like them, you know, I like them. Yeah, I like them. They're showing up as a King of Pentacles, so yeah, I like them. King of Pentacles is somebody who's very big on commitment, also very big on loyalty. It's somebody who's at that stage in their life where they're looking for something long-term and something stable. So yeah, I do like this person. Yeah, I like them. I like them. But here's the thing. I feel like that's how you're going to react to this entire situation when this person does start showing interest in you. You're going to look at them like, yeah, they're cute. Yeah, I like them. Yeah, you know, it's cool. You know, there's no, personally, I'm not getting any sort of excitement coming from you. There's no like, you know, like with this person over here, for example, which, to be honest, I think that the one is actually this person that you don't even fucking think about at this point. You don't think about them. You don't dream about them. Like nothing. But I feel like you've already met them. And I think that it's this person. The reason why I say that is because you guys showed up as an Emperor to an Empress. So you're basically all of the queens in one, Capricorn, and your person's all of the kings in one. So y'all could connect with one another in all sorts of different levels, honey. Like, in all sorts of different levels. Like, you guys are truly compatible. Like, to the fucking T, compatible, okay? So yeah, I think that this person actually is the one for you. This one over here, yeah, I do feel like they are definitely the one for you, but it just kind of looks like for whatever odd reason, I guess, things just didn't work out between you and this person. You went your way, they went their way, but if I had to bet my last dollar on it, I think that this person is the one, and I think that eventually the universe will bring the two of you back together in some way, shape, or form. But with this other person, I'm gonna be honest, you know, if I'm just going based off of how I feel and how you're gonna find yourself essentially feeling when you meet this person, it just is kind of like, yeah, they're, you know, yeah, they're cute. They're cute. They're all right. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice, you know, whatever. Like, but with this one over here, it's like I'm getting, you know, passion, excitement, you know what I mean? Like the thrill, you know, on top of that, the adrenaline rush, like, you know, the chemistry, the love, you know, it's just, it's a different energy, it's a different vibe, you know what I mean? This person, it's like, you know, they're all right, whatever, they're all right, you know, they're all right, you know. Okay. We have the King of Wands. Not the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands, so the King of Pentacles, and then we also have the World. I mean, I see you talking to somebody brand new, but y'all are not showing up as a true pair. This is primarily why you're kind of in the energy of like, I mean, they're all right. You know, they're all right. I mean, they're cute, you know. This is telling me with the Queen of Wands, the energy that you're harnessing, you're physically attracted to this person. Physically attracted to them. That's about it. And that's about it. You're just physically attracted to them. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. But with this person, this one over here to the right of me, yes, you're physically attracted to this person, but there's just so many fucking things that you love about this person. This one over here, you're just like, you know, they're pretty hot, you know? They're pretty hot. They go to the gym. You know what I mean? They work out. They got big muscles. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't fucking know. The point is that you're just physically attracted to them. That's it. Like, other than that, you're just like, yeah. But, anyway, so it looks like this person has been waiting to receive, you know, communication. This is the energy that this person's harnessing over here, but this is just kind of like a recap. But it looks like this person has been waiting to receive communication from you, and from the looks of it with the Two of Swords, it doesn't look like you've contacted this human being. So it looks like they're going to take it upon themselves, which this is acting as a double confirmation, where they're just going to contact you directly. I'm very curious to see what your response and your reaction is going to be. Let's see what actions they plan on taking in your direction. We already know that they're going to gravitate towards you. We already basically know that, but I don't blame them. We have the Nine of Swords, so the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is the energy that they're basically harnessing prior to essentially contacting you, but I also feel like this is the energy that they're harnessing even after they contact you, okay? So let's go over the energy that this person's harnessing over here prior, again, to contacting you, which is the same energy that they're going to harness even after they contact you. I feel like this person's biggest worry and concern is that they might be too late. What if you're talking to somebody new? What if you're dating someone new? This person basically looks at you as somebody who basically possesses everything that anybody would essentially want within a person. So a big part of them feels like, damn, like what if they're talking to somebody else? What if they're already interested in someone else? What if I'm too late? You know what I mean? But it looks like they're taking upon themselves to contact you either which way. Even after they contact you, they're still going to find themselves like, damn, like what if they are talking to somebody else? You know what I mean? I just don't know it. Like, what if I am too late? You know what I mean? Things like that. Let's see your reaction towards this person contacting you. What is going to be Capricorn's reaction? Come here. So we have the Sun, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we also have the Ace of Swords out here. Okay, so between you and I, Virgo, when this person does contact you, you will find yourself talking / getting to know this other person. Like I said, you're going to find this person physically attractive. I mean, you might like conversating with this person, but I don't know. There's just something about this person that you're just like, yeah, I think that they're cute. Yeah, I like hanging out with them. Yeah, I like talking to them, but that's about it. Like, there's just, I don't know. There's just something about this person where you're just like, yeah, they're cute. Yeah, I like talking to them. Yeah, I like hanging out with them, but yeah, that's it. You know what I mean? Anyways, this person's going to be reaching out to you while you're over here talking to this other individual is basically what I'm getting. So you're going to already meet this other individual by the time this person does contact you. Now, when this person does contact you, I'm going to be honest, okay? I think that you're going to be extremely happy to hear from them, but between you and I, and I'm not going to tell this person anything, okay? But between you and I, this to me kind of feels like an energy of, you playing hard to get, because it looks like you're like extremely happy, like just over the fucking moon happy that this person's contacting you. But it's the way that you're responding directly to this person that's kind of making me feel like, I don't know, like you're kind of playing hard to get. It's like the moment they contact you, you're going to have like the biggest Kool-Aid smile on your face and you're going to be extremely happy. But when it comes down to you actually responding back to them, you're kind of responding back to them with the energy of, yes, how can I help you? What's up? What do you want? Why are you calling me? Why are you texting me? Can I help you? You know, like I feel like you're acting, again, between you and I'm not gonna say nothing to this person, but like, I don't know, like I feel like you're acting like you're not happy that they're bad, but you are happy that they're back. You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here, you know, from you to this person. You know, I am definitely getting that. But are you deep down inside like, oh my God, I'm so happy this person called me. I'm so happy that they texted me. But it's like the moment you pick up that phone, you're going to be like, what? What is it? How can I help you? What? What do you want? Make it quick. I have things to do. What happened? You know, oh, I just miss you. Oh, well, that's nice. Anyways, anything else? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but that's just like between you and I'm not going to say nothing to this person. I'm just saying, like, between you and I kind of see it playing out that way. All right, so that's what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.